Most elite members of Special Operations Forces in the world, as trained and lethal as any Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, or Green Beret. Yet most people have never even heard of them. They are the U.S. Air Force Combat Controllers, and they're trained right here in San Antonio. They call themselves the silent professionals. No headlines or movies about them, despite their role in some of the most dangerous undercover operations ever conducted for the U.S. military. The Combat Controller, or CCT, moves into enemy territories alongside a special ops team. His primary job, help locate and destroy enemy targets by communicating with the eyes in the sky.
We'd have unmanned aerial vehicles called the eye in the sky. So we use them for mainly surveillance, reconnaissance, and then once they do find a target, that's when we're able to utilize a close air support.
During covert missions, it's his job to tell pilots which targets to take out and where to drop supplies, and where to land for evacuations. Think certified air traffic controller meets Rambo.
Well, all combat controllers carry the M4 magazines, fragmentation grenades, smoke grenades, and M203 grenade launcher. We got medical pouch, GPS, but the biggest gun that we carry is our radio.
Confirm you're going to be coming in from the northeast to the southwest.
We have the ability to destroy anything within a matter of minutes.
You good, Dodds? Go.
Combat Controller Tech Sergeant Marc Esposito is an instructor for the 342nd Training Squadron at Lackland.
In every major conflict, in every major operation, there has always been a combat controller or pararescueman involved in that operation.
The Battle of Mogadishu in '93, better known as Black Hawk Down. Even the mission to capture Osama bin Laden. Combat controllers were there.
We don't typically advertise it all that much, or our capabilities, but it's there, and as quiet professionals, we like to just be there for the fight.
At any given time, there are only 300 to 500 of them in the entire world, mainly because the pipeline to becoming one is long, nearly 3 years, and the training in and out of the classroom is brutal. Hours of grueling PT every single day, harder and more intense than basic training. In the hot Texas sun, in the bitterly cold temps, unrelenting hours in the pool, and in the air. Since the combat controllers expected to join a Special Forces team at any moment for a mission, they must be as trained as all of them. A SEAL, a Ranger, a Green Beret.
We see a lot of men from around the country try out for this. The attrition rate is very high. It's not for everybody. It takes a special individual to do it.
In fact, up to 90% of the men who try to become a CCT never make it.
We push guys so hard, you know, sometimes the tears do come, you know, because they've just never experienced that before, and they've been pushed harder than they've ever been pushed in their entire lives.
Time, Sergeant.
1656. You look at our instructors, and they've done a lot of great things in the Air Force, and you strive to be just like them.
The road to earning that coveted Scarlet Beret is a tough one, but nowhere near as tough as a mission.
In 2009, I was working with an Army Special Operations team in eastern Afghanistan. We were pursuing an enemy through a mountain pass. My Hummer hit an IED, and I was ejected from the Humvee and practically pronounced dead on the scene.
He suffered a traumatic brain injury, multiple fractures to his legs, and severe burns to parts of his body. It took him months to recover.
Favorite part of my job? Jumping out of airplanes.
Crazy kid. All right, the men who do become a combat controller earn a very special spot with some of the most respected warriors in the U.S. military. These silent professionals are American heroes.
That's fascinating. Like a lot of them, though, they prefer to stay in the background.
They don't need the headlines or the movies. You know, they prefer to stay right where they are. And, you know, I say kid because they're so young. They've accomplished so much already. They're highly decorated warriors. And they're
right here.
They are right here in San Antonio, and they are fighting for us. And we're so proud.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, DELAINE.
Yeah.